Just finishing up this Hawthorn natty from a tree in my sister-in-law's yard, the property in the Hamptons. This tree was coming down anyway, and they were kind enough to let me take a bite of it. So I carved this one up, and I have to say, she's a beauty. I'm just taking a final look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stabilize this. I had not worked with Hawthorne before, and I asked for advice online about working with it, and I didn't get any responses, but I dug in anyway. I found out that it's real easy to work with this wood. It's really I don't know, seems like a giant shrub of sorts, but it's considered a hardwood, very common in these parts in up here around New England. So this is best, I think, suited for a left-hand hold, sadly, because I am a right-hand hold shooter. Maybe I'll change. It's really pretty. I sanded the fork down to 120 and got ready to stabilize. The fork will be less vulnerable to changes in heat, pressure, and humidity. I recorded the weight of the fork before stabilizing. The weight of the phenolic resin that replaces the naturally occurring gases in the pores of the wood will increase the weight. I'll take a second measurement and check for change. All right, I'm going to start up this pot. I have the vacuum unit up here on top just so you can take a look at it. But I'm going to put this on the concrete floor. It's nice and stable. I have my pot filled. I'm going to drop in my beautiful new natty. Left-hand hold. These are nice, generous fork tips too, at 30. Okay, I'm going to drop it in. Oh, I'm going to have to weight it down, I suppose. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, let me weight it down. Oh, yeah, that worked. It looks like it's nice. Keeping it down nice. Make sure our valves are set. Our release valve is closed. And our vacuum valve is open. I like to give it a little pressure. Get it started. There we go. See it coming up into to pressure. We'll let it go until it stops. You can see our vacuum pressure is up there at, looks like about 23, inching toward 24. And inside the pot, there's a lot of activity. You can see there it is. You can see the gases escaping from the pores of that Hawthorne. It's pretty wild. So it is at 27, it looks like. I think it's going to max out right around there. And when it does max out, we're going to shut off the pump. Now, the advice from the cactus juice company is to leave the pump running. The instructions on the pump are very clear about bringing the pump up to pressure and turning it off so long as the vacuum pressure maintains. So we're going to try right now. All right. You can see that we got up to about 28. Thereabouts. That's where we're maxed. Seems to be holding pretty steady. And we get a lot of action in our pod. So the chamber's bubbling, pressure's steady. We're gonna let it sit. The Hawthorne natty stayed in the pot under pressure overnight, and then some more time still after the pressure was released. Okay, here's our little toaster oven I have dedicated for this very purpose in the shop. I'm gonna wrap up the fork, a bit of aluminum foil. The heating is going to release some of the resin from the pores of the wood, so we want to catch it. And we're going to put this on bake. $200. Unfortunately, this oven maxes out at 2 hours. I'll get a thermometer on there inside the oven to make sure that we're at 200. I'm not going to trust the reading on the oven itself. So there it is. Let's see, it is about 5 a.m. It's now 5:30 a.m. So by dinner time, we should be done cooking. I was happy with the increase in weight, but surprised that the color hadn't changed, at least not noticeably. I'll spare you the subsequent sanding scenes. The grain of the Hawthorn made sanding tricky, and its figure changed dramatically, even with the slightest sanding. But I really love the end result, and I wish I could keep it. The lighting in this shot is a bit off. It looks a bit more like this in natural light.